Noodles as a power move. You bet.
Yeah.
We're diving into the world of Khao Soi, that amazing northern Thai curry noodle soup.
The one with those crispy noodles on top, right?
Exactly. And get this. We've got articles, social media chatter, even insights from Thailand's former prime minister on how this dish is making waves globally.
It's wild how food becomes this lens for understanding a culture's influence, you know?
Totally. So we're going to unpack how Khao Soi went from humble beginnings in Chiang Mai to wowing diners worldwide.
And what that says about Thailand's place on the global stage. It's pretty fascinating stuff.
Okay, so picture this. You're in London, starving, and stumble upon a restaurant simply named Khao Soi.
Oh, I've heard of this place. They don't mess around.
Not at all. We're talking wagyu beef, a dry version of the dish. They're really showcasing how versatile Khao Soi can be.
Which makes sense considering it snagged the 6th spot for best dishes worldwide on that TasteAtlas list this year, remember?
6th in the world? Okay, that's impressive. But here's where it gets really interesting. Former Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra, who's actually from Chiang Mai herself.
Wow, really? I didn't realize that.
Yep. She visited this very restaurant and had some really insightful things to say about Khao Soi being more than just food, like a powerful symbol of Thai culture.
Which brings up that whole idea of soft power. You know, how a country can influence others not through military or anything, but through things like culture, their values, even their cuisine.
Okay, so how does a bowl of noodles become a diplomatic tool?
Think of it this way. You taste something amazing, like a perfectly made Khao Soi.
And you're hooked.
Right.
Yeah.
And it makes you want to know more, like where it came from, the people who created it. It creates these positive associations with the entire culture.
It's like a delicious gateway to understanding Thailand, right?
Got it. And in this case, it sounds like Khao Soi is doing a pretty fantastic job of it, especially with someone like Yingluck Shinawatra weighing in on her experience.
Totally.
Yeah.
And it means something. Her choosing to visit this London restaurant that's elevating the dish, it's like they've made it even more special, which seems to resonate with her.
Absolutely. That's what cultural exchange is all about, you know? It's not about one culture just blending into another, but about inspiration, adaptation. This London chef clearly respects Khao Soi's roots, but is putting their own unique spin on it.
And that speaks to how food evolves over time, too.
And the coolest thing is, Yingluck Shinawatra's take on all this is really interesting. It's not just about some restaurant finding success, you know. It's about what that success represents.
Right.
She sees this whole Khao Soi moment in London as proof that Thai culture is being shared and celebrated, like, globally.
Which, knowing her background, makes total sense. It's not just some abstract idea of Thai food for her. It's a dish from her hometown.
Totally. And she's using her, I don't know, platform or whatever to highlight that connection. She even talked about visiting this Khao Soi place in London on her social media. Yeah. It's like she's saying, even way over here, people are connecting with like a taste of where I come from.
I love that. It's like when you're traveling, you find that one dish that just clicks.
Yeah.
And suddenly you're not just a tourist anymore. You're really experiencing that culture. Did Yingluck Shinawatra ever actually say that she thinks of Khao Soi as a diplomatic tool? Or was it more of a personal thing for her?
It was subtle. I think she did it on purpose, actually. She doesn't come right out and say Khao Soi is part of some big political strategy or anything. Instead, she focuses on the emotional connection, the pride she feels seeing a dish from her hometown get recognized worldwide.
So it's more about sharing her love for Thai food than anything calculated.
Exactly. And that realness, that genuine feeling, is probably way more effective than any marketing campaign they could come up with.
Totally. Because it feels real, it makes people want to experience it for themselves.
Right. Have you ever heard that saying, people might not remember what you said, but they'll always remember how you made them feel?
100%.
That's Khao Soi right now. With a little help from Yingluck Shinawatra, of course, it's making people curious about Thai culture.
So true.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got this amazing dish. People are curious, and that's where those deeper connections happen. But it's not about forcing Thai culture on anyone.
Right, right.
It's about building those bridges, showing the world how amazing and rich Thai heritage is through food.
Exactly. And just to bring it back to Yingluck Shinawatra for a sec, it seems like she's crazy proud to see Khao Soi embraced in London. Like, it proves how appealing Thai food is to the rest of the world.
For sure. Remember that TasteAtlas ranking? Khao Soi at number 6 globally. It's a huge deal.
Right.
Makes you wonder what other culinary treasures are out there just waiting to be discovered and become the next big thing,
Now, that's a great question. And this whole deep dive proves that food is about way more than just, not being hungry.
Totally.
It's how we connect with culture, history, even national identity. And it's so powerful.
It really shows you how something as simple as food can start these big conversations about culture and global influence.
It's true. I mean, you've got Yingluck Shinawatra, a former world leader, putting Khao Soi in the spotlight.
Right.
It's brilliant, actually. It makes these global food trends feel relatable, even inspiring.
It makes you think about your own experiences with food, right?
Yeah.
Like what dish takes you back, what reminds you of home.
Oh, totally. Food is so tied to memory and emotion.
Right.
And when you share those experiences, especially with people from different cultures, it creates a connection that's so powerful.
It's like saying, hey, this is part of me. This is where I'm from. It makes you vulnerable in a way.
And that vulnerability breaks down barriers. Suddenly, you're not just two people from different places. You're sharing a moment of understanding, appreciating each other's cultures.
And speaking of, we keep coming back to that TasteAtlas ranking. It's a big deal, Khao Soi at number 6 worldwide. It's got to be huge for Thailand.
Absolutely. It proves how appealing their cuisine is to the world. And it speaks to food's power as, cultural diplomacy,
Totally.
Imagine people from all over completely different walks of life bonding over this one dish.
It's a beautiful thing.
It really is.
So as we wrap up this Khao Soi deep dive, I think the big takeaway is don't underestimate a good meal.
Never.
It can spark a conversation, even change how people see the world.
100%.
Second, food can build bridges between cultures. It helps people understand and appreciate each other. And finally, sometimes the most amazing insights are found in the most unexpected places.
Like a bowl of noodles.
Exactly. Especially when enjoyed thousands of miles from where it came from.
Well said. This deep dive reminds us to stay curious, keep exploring, and never stop enjoying all the amazing flavors out there.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining me on this delicious journey. Until next time, happy exploring.